But no, I went to Italy for my honeymoon, and
You did a little bit of did a little traveling. Started in Milan. You worked your way down.
From Lake Como, Milan, Napoli, Amalfi Coast, and then ended up at Rome. It was incredible. But while I was there, the United States seemed to be it was a pretty bad place, but it was in some decent shape.
It started to burn down to the ground as you left.
Because
by the way, you're not allowed to leave ever again.
The United
SCOTUS was like, Chris is gone. Let's get it.
Okay, the United States is looking as run down as the Coliseum in Rome, bro.
Hey, there's a reference you can make if you've been there this week, my G.
Okay,
you know?
I'm about to hit you with a lot of Italian references.
You know, he's like, this is like ordering polenta in southern Italy. Am I right, everybody?
You get it. Right? This guy gets it. But no, I mean, look, we should at least address it.
Christian heard the ruling, the overturn of Roe v. Wade, and he went, Mon ami, marron.
Mon ami, French?
I don't know. I forgot.
But no, it was, I was there, on Friday, and I heard the news, and it was, one of the most devastating, disgusting things I've ever.
It was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
And now they've just brought back praying in schools.
Yeah, I heard.
So they're working at a rapid clip to bring 1955 back.
I think it's maybe about 200 years prior to that.
Yeah,
dude. They are really, they're basically saying, like, if it wasn't written day one of the Constitution, we don't know about it. You know what? We're all slaves again. Clarence Thomas.
Bro, my marriage might be, your marriage might be null and void by the end of the year.
It is an absolute travesty. I mean, it's beyond upsetting, obviously, what this does for women's rights,
more than
human
upsetting.
rights.
I'm not even upset. I'm disgusted by it.
It's embarrassing. You know how
wild embarrassing when Ireland is further ahead of you,
bro.
You fucked up.
I just came from the Vatican, dude.
And they're like, yo, what are they doing?
What are they doing out there? It's
just saying in our book.
It's look, on a serious note, it is. I mean, there's no other way to feel. I mean, look, wherever you stand or whatever, like where we stand when it comes to this stuff, and it is
on the correct side of history. That's where we stand.
I mean, it is. You hear all these stories, especially about. I was in Pompeii. I was in Pompeii, and you see the.
So you saw what America's going to look like in 10 years.
It's a glimpse into the future.
You're like, oh, okay. We need to get a carbon dioxide alarm.
Pompeii had you see all the old homes. I mean, if you've never been, it's unbelievably preserved. I mean, these homes are from like the 1st century.
Yeah.
And you just start thinking about like the people in these homes, in these buildings,
taking a nap,
living their lives.
Just being like, hey, what's this on my foot? Next thing you know, you're gone.
And when I was in Lake Como, I went to this villa, that's now like a museum, and it was like wealthy people, wealthy Romans, and all this other stuff, and it was talking about this woman. It was Villa Carlotta. That was the name of the villa. And it was like passed down to her, and she was this wealthy woman, and she had 4 children, and I saw the last she died during childbirth and she was probably like 32 years old or something like that. And it's like, okay, in that time there was just no way to know that maybe this pregnancy would take her life or could take the child's life or whatever.
Everything. If you got a cut on your hand, they're all like,
it's just,
they didn't know.
There's just clearly so much risk and danger to giving birth that the idea in a modern world where we are, that you would remove the option for women to not have to go through that if they didn't want to is absolutely absurd. It is disgusting, given the risk that women take that we do not, and to say like, no, you have to go through that.
These are the same motherfuckers that were saying, yo, don't make me take a vaccine if I don't want to, or a boop boop, right? Because it's YouTube. Don't make me take a boop boop if I don't want to. Now they're saying, no. Even if you're gonna die, even if someone put this baby in you without you asking, you now have to have it. Think about how disgusting that is. Just honestly, if you voted for that side of it, I don't care if SCOTUS is watching or listening.
This is a message directly.
Yo, Clarence, dog, you trash, dog. You and your wife, trash.
Gorsuch, this is for you. You better open your ears,
You need to Gorsuch this dick, my dude.
Sure, whatever that means.
What's the...
There it is. You got. Damn, nobody coming.
And you know what though? You no longer stop asking to be a guest on this podcast. You're not welcome.
Okay.
You're not welcome.
We're gonna be forwarding your emails to Planned Parenthood. Look, for everybody. Look, I think the next either a couple years or whatever, however this battle, however long this battle has to go.
Good luck. I'm moving to Europe. I mean, y'all fight that good fight. My family left Cuba when shit got hot. I'm leaving America and shit gets hot.
Well, I'll try to fight the good fight and
enjoy
as much as I can. But no, it's it's horrible. And look, and it's that's all I've been thinking about the last few days. I'm like,
Barry gonna say Christian comes back and the show gets serious again. Yeah, it was a wild time for those 2 weeks you weren't here. Not a lot got covered.